going and not the other way around. And when I asked, Casey's response was, and I quote, "Why the sudden interest? I don't know if I should be worried or if Patrick should be." So now that you all have a backstory, hi everyone, and welcome to the Celebrity Roast of Patrick and Casey Kelly. For those that don't know me, I'm Pat's sister Lauren. As I'm sure you all can imagine, growing up with a brother like Patrick means that I've had many years to come to terms with being the disappointing sequel. Kelly is a common enough last name that most of my teachers just assumed there was no way my dumbass was related to that is Patrick Kelly. I can't even tell you how many times I had to stand there as my teachers worked their way through the 5 stages of grief, upon the realization that the same genetics that produced my brother failed so miserably the second time around. Growing up with a kid like Patrick really was more of a benefit than a hindrance. As the elder sibling, he always led the way and I absolutely idolized him. I can honestly say that most of my admittedly limited intelligence was imbued as a direct result of spending so much time around someone so much smarter than me. Which is not to say that the stark discrepancy in intelligence didn't come back to bite me. During one particularly heated argument, Patrick once threw an insult at me with such unabashed vitriol that I immediately ran to my mom for consolation. "Mom," I said, tears streaming down my face, "Patrick called me a sibling." My mom's response, of course, was to tell me that I am a sibling. I was devastated, thinking I'd been forsaken by a mother who didn't love me until she explained to me what the word sibling meant. It's been 3 whole days since the incident, and I'm still here. Achieve great things, but I'll be honest, when his trajectory into neurosurgery was set in stone, I stopped trusting his judgment. Not because neurosurgery wouldn't make a great career if you're into that kind of thing, but more because I started to worry about the kind of girls he was going to attract as a smart, successful surgeon. I mean, before his many flaws and terrible personality were enough to keep a good girl away from him, but now that he was going to be a doctor, I was terrified that he was going to find himself at the mercy of someone who was just in it for his money. I mean, sure, he's smart and his judgment is typically sound, but I think we can all agree that nothing has the power to break down a nerd more than a gorgeous girl whose good looks obscure a complete lack of intelligence or personality. But then, when I was moving to Charleston in January of 2016, I stopped to spend the night in Nashville. And over lunch at K-Bob's, Patrick started telling me about his good friend, Casey, the neuro-ICU nurse. Just friends, yeah. So, I might not be able to tell you the difference between craniosynostosis and craniopharyngioma, but even I could see through Patrick's admittedly terrible attempts to pretend that he was only interested in being Casey's friend. Sure enough, a few weeks later, he texted me asking for advice on how to fool Casey into thinking he was a man worth dating. I don't remember most of what I told him, but I know I started with, "Don't be creepy." Either he succeeded or Casey has terrible taste in men. For the purposes of this speech, I'm going to assume the former. When I heard they started dating, I was ecstatic because I was fairly certain that there aren't a lot of imbeciles in the Vanderbilt Neuro-ICU nursing pool. Although I suppose at a reception with an open bar and all the nurses in attendance, I'll know for sure by the end of tonight. I finally got the chance to meet Casey in March of 2016 when I was again driving through Nashville. Pal was home from work early and he warned me that she might be in a bad mood after the absolutely terrible day she'd had at work. I assured him there would be no judgment from my end because, as my very patient boyfriend can attest, No one knows more about turning into a hermit after a bad day than I do. So Casey walks in the house and the first words out of her mouth were, "I need a drink." Smart, gorgeous, and down for some post-shift debauchery? I loved her immediately. And then I met Jagger. And if you can't already tell from the way this speech is going, that's really all it took to shift my loyalty away from my brother and entirely onto his new girlfriend, now wife. So as many of you realize, Nashville is the exact halfway point between Charleston, where I live, and Kansas City, where my parents live, which has been great because Pat and Casey are wild and irresponsible people who needed the influence of someone with unimpeachable wisdom and maturity in their lives. And my frequent pit stops in Nashville gave me the opportunity to be that person for them. The people who know me are the ones that are laughing. Not true. Oh my gosh, now I just lost my place. Anyway. I stopped with them frequently enough that I really got to see the way they interact with each other as a couple, and more importantly, the immense degree to which my brother benefited more from the relationship than Casey did. The first year of dating is supposed to be the honeymoon phase, when everything is fun and casual and stress-free, but when they started dating, Pat was in his first year of residency, the hallmark of which is sleep deprivation. Anyone who knows my brother well knows that he does not exactly adapt gracefully to a lack of sleep. But Casey not only put up with my grumpy brother, she meal prepped for him, she cleaned the house, and she kept him sane, all while establishing herself as such a skilled asset in her own field that she was later named Nurse of the Year at Vanderbilt. I used to be afraid my brother was going to marry down. Now I'm more concerned that Casey did. My appreciation for her only grew when I had the pleasure of meeting her extended family this last June. They were unbelievably kind and welcoming to us, and our sisters threw one of the best bridal showers that I've ever been lucky enough to attend. So I want to thank the Mueller family for putting on this wedding tonight. It's been fantastic, and I'm so glad that you guys made everything perfect for Pat and Casey. I also want to point out that everything that they do is a team effort, and oh my God, do they make an effective team. Tonight has been complete perfection, and that is largely due to their combined efforts. I also want to tell the Mueller family how excited I am that Pat decided to steal your sister, daughter, or niece and turn her into a Kelly. You are legally one of us now. Crisis counselors are standing by. I also want to thank my parents, not just for their role in putting together tonight's event, but also for raising a man who is smart, compassionate, and driven enough to score a wife like Casey. In all seriousness, you've achieved so much, both personally and professionally, and I want you to know that there's never been... No, I'm just joking. There's never been even a moment that I wasn't incredibly proud to call you my brother. It's been an honor to watch you grow into one of the most impressive people I've ever met.
This is what I live with.
And I can't wait to see what you and Casey do with your future together. So I would like everyone to raise their glasses. Cheers to Pat and Casey. Cheers to the Mueller family. Cheers to the Kelly family. Cheers to the open bar. Cheers to the dancing we are all about to do, including you, Eric.
Edit at
And
9:40.
cheers to me for not screwing up this speech.
Great job, Walt.